Hey everyone, welcome back to TechScale. So, if you are a UPI user in India, there are big changes to UPI that are coming by August of this year. That is 1st of August. NPCI, that is the National Payment Corporation of India, is planning to do major changes to how UPI works. And in this video, I'm going to break it down what's new in the changes that NPCI has made and what are the things that are going to affect your life and how you can sail through that. And if you found this video helpful, do subscribe to the channel because it's free and I'll be coming up with more such informative videos. So first things first, first of all, let's check how many times you can check your daily balances. Previously, there was no limit of checking your daily balance, but right now it is capped to 50 balance checks per day. Yes, that you heard it very right. Then according to the new UPI rules, you can check your balance up to 50 times in a day. And if you try to check it at once again, that is the 51st time, you will be blocked and you will be temporarily blocked to reduce the system strain, the UPI system strain. And similarly, viewing the list of banks that you have linked to your Google Pay or your PhonePe or your Paytm, that is about 25 times per day. All of this is being done to avoid the unnecessary API calls, and which actually keeps the server very busy, and which is a hassle in running the server smoothly, right? So let's talk about the recurring payments now. Things like EMIs, your recurring payments, or your auto bill pays, right? From today, right before 1st of August, these things used to process at any time of the day. Something is happening at 1 p.m., something is happening at 2 p.m., or maybe any time of the day, any time of the night. But now these will go through in a specific non-peak hours, that is before 10 a.m., between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m., or after 9:30 p.m. So if you schedule something outside these slots, this might queue up. That means it might get in a queue and will be processed when the next window hits. That means one of these windows if it hits. So if you plan to avoid any misses, maybe you're going to pay a bill or something like that, or maybe you have some recurring payments that need to happen on a certain date, so you'll have to plan according to that. So now let's talk about the failed transactions. That means transaction that did not go through. For example, if a payment do not go through, it gets stuck or it gets failed, now you can only check its status only 3 times a day. Total 3 times a day you can check the status of any failed transaction, and that too after 90 seconds of gap between each check. You get it, right? So if you have if a payment failed for you, now you have 3 times in the day that you can check its status. Apart from that, if you try to do it 4th time, it will throw you an error that you cannot check. All of this is actually being done to reduce the system overload on UPI. And of course, one thing has not changed, that is the transaction limits and payment amount. All of those things remain the same. So most of the things that NPCI has tweaked, it's mostly how the backend of UPI works. It mostly done to reduce the system loads, because people were used to checking all of these things very frequently. For example, if a transaction fails, people used to, I don't know, I have also checked it like 4 to 5 times in like 5 minutes. All of those things are gone now. Only 3 times a day you can check your status of your failed transactions, right? And of course, one more thing, one major thing that is coming to UPI, that is recipient's name verification. Now it will be mandatory to show the verified name of the recipient that is going to receive your money. That means you will see the verified name before every payment. All of this thing is being done to avoid the frauds and all the fraudulent activities that are happening on these payment apps, right? And of course, one more bonus update to UPI that is coming, that is the linking of pre-approved credit lines. What are these? So banks offer you a pre-approved credit line. It's like a credit, or it's like a loan, but it works more like a bank account. So you can read more about pre-approved credit line. I'll keep something in the description for you to read. So all of these things are coming, and how is this going to impact you as a user, right? So for example, if you're someone who checks their balances a lot, maybe you have some requirement that you have to check your balance very frequently, that thing is gone. You can only check it up to 50 times a app. Remember, it's 50 check limit per app. So if switching app can help, maybe you can try that. That means if Paytm is allowing you 50 pre-checks, bill balance checks, maybe you can try on Google Pay. Right now, I'm not aware of these, but I think this will work. For autopays, because you have your bills on autopay, maybe your broadband bill, maybe your credit card bill, all of those things you'll have to schedule so that things happen on those specific time windows and you don't hit or you don't incur new charges or overdue charges, something like that. Actually, all of these changes are made to make UPI more reliable. So, and mostly reducing the server load. So most of these updates will roll automatically. We don't actually have to do anything. Nothing in our life actually changes. That we don't have to actually go to an app and do something. All of that will happen automatically. Of course, pro tips are you should avoid unnecessary balance checks or all of those things. Double check the recipient name every time you make a payment. Maybe ask the person that is this your real name. And of course, if you're setting autopays, set it at the when the time is right, or I mean when at least time them right. So that's it how all of these things I will put everything in bullet points right now for you to read. So all of these rules are going to start working by 1st of August 2025. So frequently you must have seen that a lot of glitches has happened to the UPI network. So NPCI probably have made some big changes to make UPI more reliable and one of the best products that India has to offer the world. Right. So if this video helped you in any way, or if you have questions regarding all of these things, to subscribe to the channel, do put it in comment section. And we also have a Telegram channel where you can directly chat one-to-one, where you can ask questions and I'll happy to answer. And of course, more videos are coming up. Do subscribe and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.